Oh, my coffee's done. I don't think this mug applies to me, but it's fitting. Hi, so it's Sunday, the 1st of December, so it is day 1 of the holiday magical readathon. You might be wondering where the hell I'm at right now. I'm in front of the desk. That was a bad way to show that. I'm going to go on the website for holiday magical readathon and get my first prompt. G from Book Roast is putting this on, and basically it's like a choose your own adventure readathon where you will go through like Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets themed prompts. You'll get through a choose your own adventure, and by the end of each like chapter at the end of the week, you'll get your prompt for the week. That might be better, I don't know. You can at least see what's going on. All right, here is chapter 1, Aloha Mora. Cute. So I'll just like read this and tell you which of my choices I make. Each chapter there's a little reading prompt, and then you'll pick what you would do in that scenario. What do you do? Falsely promise that you won't go back to Hogwarts, so Dobby leaves. Make no promises and continue to try to talk him out of it. I don't want to make the same choices as like the movie or the books, but I'm also not a liar. I gotta do what I would do. I would try to talk him out of it. Yikes, Dobby is not having it. And the only choice for this one is to grab Hedwig and fly away. Another quote from Chamber of Secrets, we're at the Burrow. You're all a bit tired after the trip. You really only have time to pick one activity. What do you do? Help Ron to denome the garden as his punishment for stealing the car. You're not done with flying. Grab a snack and meet the Weasleys in the field to play some Quidditch, or stay up chatting about Muggle nitbits with Mr. Weasley. He's so charmed by it all. Stay up chatting about Muggle nitbits with Mr. Weasley. He's so charmed by it all. I just love Mr. Weasley, and I love that he's like, what's the function of a rubber duck? And I think that making his day talking about Muggle things would be really sweet. So we're gonna read that one. Ooh, here we go. My reading prompts. Read a contemporary, a book, comic, short story, etc. set in the real Muggle world. All right. That's our first prompt. I have so many damn contemporaries. Chapter 2 will become available next Sunday. So I have until next Sunday to read a contemporary. Let's go to my TBR shelf. So this is the shelf that primarily holds my contemporary books. We have like all of these up here, and then down here. So these are what I have to choose from on this shelf. So we're at my like main shelf. It didn't say you can't do rereads. That's also an option. The prompt just said a book that takes place in the Muggle world. So like the Raven Cycle could count as, I'm not gonna read the Raven Cycle. Don't let me. Attachments by Rainbow Rowell is a contemporary, as is Fangirl. I haven't reread Fangirl in a really long time, and it's like a homey like fall winter one. A lot of these are summer contemporaries. Okay, I'm gonna read Fangirl. I'm gonna reread Fangirl. That's it. That's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna let my camera battery charge because it's about to die. But in the meantime, I'm gonna be reading Fangirl. So I'm gonna charge you, and once you're fully charged, I will update you on this. Hi. So it is 3:22, and my camera battery, I just noticed my battery was done charging, so now I can update you. I haven't been reading for that entire time. I took a break to eat and get more coffee. I switched to iced coffee, and then I updated my bullet journal and planned out my videos for the month, which I'm so excited about. I'm only on chapter 3 currently. So I'm 26 pages in. I read for maybe like 20 minutes. But I did the math, and if I wanted to like bare bones just finish this in 7 days before the next chapter, I just have to read like 63 pages a day. So as long as I'm reading at minimum 63 pages a day, I'm in the clear. I definitely want to read more than that. Ian is at work until 6, so I'm gonna try to get this video that I need to upload tomorrow done before he gets home so we can hang out. So I'm gonna go edit, and then once I'm done with that, I'm going to continue reading. Gotta be productive, you know? and I feel power. You know who forgot they were vlogging? Me, bitch. You know who still hasn't read shit all day? Me, bitch. Also, Ian's home.
Yeah, I'm here. Hello.
It is like 11. It's 11:11. Make a wish! We just went to a beer garden and got these giant cans of beer. They're hefty boys. This is the one we're gonna drink. You excited?
Yes.
I'm also very excited.
They canned them there, which is sweet.
Yeah, they canned these in house. Right? Crack open that cold one.
Pour like a bartender. Yeah.
Or a bartender.
I want to get a nice head on it though.
Buy dinner first. Looks good.
That looks great.
Clink me. Slanche. Ooh, I like that.
That's nice. Very autumn flavored.
Yeah.
In color and flavor.
Autumnal.
What?
Autumnal.
Autumnal's a word?
Autumnal, yes. It means it gives the feeling of autumn.
Shit. That's a cool word.
Yep.
I never knew that. Thank you.
Of course. You're welcome. So now it's time for me to read because I still am in a goddamn readathon. Still, it's day one.
I'm still slogging through this.
So I am on page 26 still of this book. So I need to read, you know, like 32 more pages. I love my little nook, so you're just gonna have to deal with seeing the nook a lot in this vlog. Hello. It is, I don't know what time it is, 11:09 for continuity on day 2 of this readathon. I made it to chapter like 7. I know that much. Yeah. I made it to page 74 before I was too tired and went to sleep. I would have to just read to chapter 12 to stay on like pace, but I definitely want to read more than that. I have work at 1. Well, I have a meeting with other supervisors at 1, and then I work after the meeting, so 2. So from 2 to 6:30. So I only work for 4 hours today. So I only get 1 like 10-minute break. So I'm not going to bring my book with me to work, but I am going to read before work and then after, in between doing like laundry, and maybe I'll bring it with me to the Street Fighter tournament in between my matches, but that's usually when I decide to be a social person. So I'm gonna leave here at like 12:15, 12:30 so I can get a coffee before my meeting. I'm going to read for an hour and then go to work. So I shall check in most likely after work. I'm so sick of the sun setting at like 5. It's 6 and it's pitch black out. Hi, I just got home from work. It's like almost 7 in the evening, and I didn't update you before I left for work. So an update, I'm on page 128 of Fangirl. So for that hour that I read before I left for work, I read up until where I like need to be to finish the book by Saturday. But I'm going to read a little bit more, at least a chapter or two more. I want to wind down a bit though. I might play The Sims. I'm not really feeling just like staring at a page right now, but maybe I'll feel reading when I am out. So I might bring this with me, but I haven't decided. I'd like to get to page like 150 tonight, so I'm a little bit ahead again. So that would put me at, if I wanted to read a 150 and then the next chapter, because that's what I do, I would have to read to chapter 14, which is just 2 more chapters. Like, that's not that much. So I might do that and be 150 pages in. But I also want to play The Sims. My current verdict on Fangirl is that I am enjoying it. Not as much as I did every time she mentions like Simon and Baz. It's like, oh, why do you have to make them gay? It's like, what's wrong with the gay thing? Like, oh, I don't think, like, every time she mentions like writing Simon and Baz, like everyone's like, but they're not gay. Like, and I get it, but when was this book written? 2013? How did people, like, I've never met anyone that didn't know what fan fiction was, especially in like a college setting. It just doesn't make sense. I think that this book, like, granted it doesn't have a ton of like references in it, so it's not, it doesn't date itself in that way, but also it has like weird dated references that no one would get. Like there's a part where these guys are hitting on Kath and Ren at a bar, and like, oh, they're twins, it's every guy's fantasy. Ugh. And like they go away and Levi goes, fuck off, flowers in the attic. And it's like, what teenager has read Flowers in the Attic and gets that reference? Like, none is the answer to that question. I'm gonna let my battery charge because it's about to die. What's new? I think the last you saw of me was me getting home from work. And it's the next day. It is 12:40 on Tuesday, and I didn't read shit else after I checked in. I played The Sims. I had a little bit of a mental breakdown moment, just because I feel very stretched thin, just everywhere. And I'm fine. I feel much better today. Ian and I had like a really chill night in. We got some pizza and talked about things, and then we had some friends over to play Street Fighter. We didn't go to the tournament last night, but we had friends over to play Street Fighter, and it was really chill, and it was just like what I needed. Like, I wanted social stimulation, but I didn't want to go out because I felt too anxious to go out, you know? This is just roundabout way of saying it. I didn't read past page 128, which is fine because I'm still like on track with where I need to be, but you're not gonna see much of me today because I go into work at 1:45 and I close, and then I get to be back into work at 4:30 tomorrow morning. So I'm clopening. I'm gonna come home, eat, and then immediately go to sleep. So I'm gonna bring my book with me and try to read on like my breaks and my lunch break for sure. So this might be a piss poor reading day. If I want to be on track, I have to be on page 189, which is super chill. I was expecting it to be way farther for some reason. I don't know why. I don't think I'll be able to check in. Maybe I'll do like a quick check-in when I get home and be like, hey, here's the shit, and then go to bed. Because I open. Overall, I'm enjoying Fangirl, not as much as when I first read it, when I was like new back into reading and reading things that were like popular. Like Fangirl is one of those books that I saw on BookTube and I was like, oh shit, yeah. And I don't know what I rated it on Goodreads. Let me see. I rated it 4 stars the first time I read it. I read it in 2015. That's what, 4 years ago? Yes, Morgan. So I was 19. I hadn't really read anything. Like, that's when I had like started discovering BookTube and reading like more contemporary stuff, not just like fantasy. And by that I mean not just Harry Potter. My reading journey was really like late because I was super depressed all the time and all I wanted to read was Harry Potter. I think I've talked about that before, but I didn't start reading YA stuff until I was like 18. That's when I read, well no, I read The Fault in Our Stars when I was like 17. And then really liked that. I read The Hunger Games in middle school when it was really big. I read Twilight in middle school when it was really big. But I didn't read anything else like in the span of high school. Like I tried to and I just DNF'd everything before I knew it was called DNFing. And then I got into a car accident and had a concussion and I couldn't go anywhere, couldn't do anything, had to stay in bed. Couldn't run cross country my senior year of high school. And I read Looking for Alaska and Paper Towns in the span of 3 days because I couldn't do anything else. And yeah, reading 2 books in 3 days, probably not ideal, but like I loved John Green, and then I started watching BookTube around that time, and that's how I found out about like Fangirl. And I gave it 4 stars when I was 19. I think right now it's looking like a 3.5, 4-star. Yeah, just an update on that. It's just like there's just certain things that irk me a little bit, but that's also like this book being 6 years old and not aging super well, I think. But my coffee's ready, so I'm going to drink some and try to read for a little bit. I will check back in as soon as I can, but today and tomorrow are wild for me. Hi! So it's 9:39. I just got home from work. It was such a smooth night and such a smooth close considering what the state of my store was when I got there. Also, I don't work tomorrow. I had a talk with a fellow supervisor and my manager, and they were like, oh my god, get some sleep, like do not close and then come right back in and open. So instead of opening tomorrow, I picked up a little baby shift on Friday, so I have tomorrow off. Which I'm super jazzed about. I was really dreading leaving work and then only getting like 4 hours of sleep and getting up and going right back to work. So I'm glad that that's not the case. And I can stay up and read if I want to for a little bit, which I probably will, and by probably I mean most certainly I will. Also some reading progress. I was able to read 2 chapters of Fangirl before I left, and then on my lunch break I read for a bit. On my 10-minute breaks I didn't want to like crack a book open, I just kind of wanted to mellow out and take it easy, but I did read on my lunch break. So I read like 20 pages. Well no, I was on chapter 12 when I woke up and was reading for a bit this morning. I was on chapter 12, so I read from chapter 128 to 158, so I've read 30 pages total today, which is really good. I would like to break 200 pages tonight, which is most certainly doable because that's only 50 pages. So my goal, my like small goal for the evening is to get to chapter 18, which is page 208. So that's 50 more pages. Not a hard goal by any stretch of the imagination because I'm back to really enjoying this book. I fly through contemporary. I love contemporary books so much. I'm gonna make a little iced coffee and hunker down and read. I guess I could show you how I make iced coffee. This is a homemade simple syrup I made because I don't like black iced coffee. I don't like adding granulated sugar to my iced coffee because it doesn't break up, so I just mix a little bit of sugar with some hot water until the sugar fully dissolves, and then it's a little simple syrup, which is like the equivalent to Starbucks, like classic sweetener. Do about that much. Ready for the most aesthetically pleasing part of making iced coffee? I'm so goddamn good at my job. Why am I still wearing jeans? I was not recording anything that I just said. I am now in my comfy PJs, including my Christmas unicorn leggings, and I'm going to read until I get to my goal point, and then I'm going to update you on if I'm going to continue reading tonight or if I'm going to do something different. So I will keep you posted. So 60 pages, I read about a page a minute, so I'll check in like an hour, maybe an hour and a half. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, bye. So I said I'd check in once I met my goal, and I'm there. Yay! It is 11:41. I finished reading at like 11:34, I think. So I'm now on page 230 of Fangirl. I'm tired. I kind of want to take a nap and then be up all night, because Ian will be home around like 2:30, hopefully. So I'm gonna bullet journal, like update the progress in my bullet journal, because I've read 100 pages today. That's all I'm gonna read though. I'm not gonna read any more before midnight. I'm just exhausted. Work was a mess, and it took like most of my day to cover up for what was done, you know, but I have the day off, so that'll be fun. But I'm gonna get some rest, I think, until Ian gets home, and then I'm gonna snuggle him and we're gonna probably watch Mandalorian, because Baby Yoda's my favorite thing of this year. I'm gonna bullet journal for 2 seconds, then I'm gonna go to bed. Hello. It is like 9:30. Yeah. So it's 9:28. And I haven't read shit today. I'm going to, here in a little bit. I just wanted to have a lazy day with Ian. Ian and I slept in until like 2:45 today. Meaning I got 10 hours of sleep as opposed to 4. So that was nice. We got lunch, we made coffee, we watched Star Wars The Force Awakens, and then he went to work. So now I got the house to myself. I'm about to go to the laundry room and throw in a load of laundry, and while I'm waiting for my laundry to do, I'm gonna read. So in between putting loads in, I'm gonna read. This is a recap. I'm on page 230 of Fangirl. Ideally, I'd like to make it to page 300 tonight before I go to bed. That's kind of my small goal, is to make it to page 300. I like to go farther than 300, but that is my short form goal. My long goal is to read another 100 pages and make it to page 330. If I'm going for my short form goal, I'll make it to chapter 26 before I go to bed. And if I'm going for my long form goal, I'd make it to chapter 29 before I go to bed. So it's just 3 chapters. And 100 pages isn't that much. And then if I read another 100 pages tomorrow, I'll have the book finished. And then I'll have a couple days to just chill out and read something else until the next prompt goes up. Because if I finish a book early in the readathon, I'm going to read something until the next prompt goes live. This is just supposed to be a short update, and I've been talking for almost 10 minutes. So I'm gonna go put in a load of laundry, and then I will update you on whatever else I'm doing. Oh yeah. Hi, so it is almost midnight. It's 11:59 on day 4 for this holiday magical readathon. So our laundry room for our apartment complex is downstairs. So I'll go and load the washer and come back up and read, and then go put the washed clothes in the dryer, load the washer, run both loads, come back up and read. I'm on like, I want to say our third load of laundry just because they're smaller units and I have a lot of hoodies. In between doing laundry, I've read 70 pages of Fangirl. I am going to keep reading, but now I'm going to count all that towards day 5. So, hi, it's day 5. So, little update, I'm doing laundry and reading in between loads. The dryer is going to go off in 47 minutes, so I'm going to read for 47 minutes. I just wanted to do something real stupid for a segue. Okay, bye. It's 2 a.m. I read to page 342 after I finished my laundry, and now I'm going to bed. I took a little booktube break, and after watching a bunch of booktube, I've decided that I'm tired and done with reading for today, for tonight, for today. I'm going to go to sleep. I have work at 10:30 tomorrow, and I'm gonna try to finish this tomorrow because I only have, well, technically today. I'm going to try to finish this today because I only have like 105 pages left. The next thing you'll probably see is me like clocking in, a cute little clock-in montage. So I'll see you in the morning, or you'll see me clock in. Yep. Hi. So it's like 12:30 in the morning on Saturday. You have not seen or heard from me since Thursday. Friday sucked. Like, I came home from work and had an actual just mental moment. So I didn't feel like vlogging any sort of my like clocking in and clocking out cute work stuff because work was really stressful, not really an ideal situation. So I picked up too many shifts this week, I feel. But I wanted to wrap up this week's vlog. So I finished Fangirl on Thursday. I successfully completed the first prompt for the Holiday Magical Readathon, which was to read a contemporary. I ended up giving this 3.5 out of 5 stars on this reread. I still really enjoyed it, but not as much as I did when I was like 18 or 19, which is the last time I read this. I still think that the anxiety representation holds up, but I think a lot of things also don't hold up. Like, I don't know. I just think that I don't feel that this book ages super well. There's super elements to it that I just will forever be puzzled by. I think it's a YA staple. I think that if you want to read like classic young adult, like you gotta read Fangirl, but I don't think it's like the perfect young adult book, you know? It was fun. I still really enjoyed it. 3.5 stars out of 5 isn't even that bad. That's that. So between then and now, I haven't really read shit. I wanted to let you know how the first week of this readathon went. The rest of the month, I don't plan on being super crazy or super intense, but I don't think anyone plans for their December to be like that. That is gonna do it for this part of the vlog. If you like this, let me know. If you didn't like it, you could let me know that as well. But I hope that you have had a wonderful first week of December, and I hope that the rest of it goes wonderfully. Let me know what you're reading, if you're reading anything super worth noting. It's the end of the year, so everyone's trying to finish their Goodread goals out. I think I have 5 books until I complete my Goodreads reading challenge. So we'll see how I do. But I will see you guys in my next video. Okay, bye.